All right. Section 1, defining God and evil. Before we can get into the argument, we have to be really clear on the central terms we're using, specifically the nature of God and the different types of evil involved in this discussion.
So the classical concept of God, which is absolutely central to this problem, is a being with unlimited power, knowledge, and goodness. These attributes are what philosophers call omnipotence, omniscience, and omnibenevolence.
Now, it's also crucial that we distinguish between two types of evil. On one hand, you have moral evil. This is the suffering that comes directly from human choices and actions, things like war or cruelty. On the other hand, there's natural evil, which arises from events in the natural world, completely independent of us. Think earthquakes or diseases.
The argument starts with a pretty straightforward premise. If God is omnipotent, all-powerful, then God has the power to eliminate or prevent evil.
The second premise follows just as simply. If God is omnibenevolent, all good, then God would have the desire to eliminate or prevent all evil and suffering.
And the third premise isn't a philosophical claim, it's an empirical observation. We just have to look around to see that both moral and natural evil exist in the world.
So, when you put these premises together, you get what's known as the inconsistent triad. The argument concludes that these propositions create a direct logical contradiction. The claim is that it's logically impossible for an omnipotent, omnibenevolent God and evil to exist at the same time.
Now we're going to turn to philosopher Alvin Plantinga's famous response. His free will defense attempts to show that actually the existence of God is not logically incompatible with the existence of evil.
Plantinga's central claim is this: God has a morally sufficient reason for allowing evil to exist. And what is that reason? Well, it's the greater good of creating beings with genuine free will, which allows their actions to have real moral worth.
The defense really hinges on this idea. For will to be truly free, the possibility of choosing evil must exist. Plantinga argues it is logically impossible for God to create genuinely free beings while at the same time guaranteeing they will only ever choose good. So, and this is key, this isn't a limitation on God's power, it's just a consequence of logic itself.
The free will defense seems to give a decent account for moral evil, the evil that results from human choices. But it runs into a significant challenge when we start thinking about natural evil.
Things like natural disasters and diseases are not caused by human choices, so it seems like the free will defense just doesn't apply to them at all.
So, to address this, Plantinga extends his defense. He proposes the possibility that natural evil is caused by the free actions of non-human, supernatural beings, for instance, fallen angels.
Now, this is a really crucial distinction to understand. The entire point of this extension is to provide a logically possible explanation. The goal is to defeat the claim that God and evil are logically impossible to reconcile. The defense doesn't have to prove this explanation is probable or even plausible. It only has to show that it is possible.
This table really lays out the state of the debate quite clearly. You have the logical problem, which posits a flat-out incompatibility. Then the free will defense responds by justifying moral evil. And finally, the extension offers a logically possible cause for natural evil, which completes the defense against the logical problem.
So the central takeaway here is that the success of Plantinga's defense is measured only by its ability to resolve a logical inconsistency. The argument's entire aim is just to show that God and evil can coexist without contradiction. It's not trying to provide a plausible account of why evil actually exists.